this.
All right, well, hold on. Before we do that, let me hear it. Let me just make sure it's applicable.
Give it to me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Sports Talk Live from the Bench. I'm your host, JT Campbell, and this is my co-host, Big K. And tonight we have as our guest one of the greatest semi-pro football quarterbacks you will ever hear about, Mr. Steve, 12 play, Hall of Fame, Mott, Mr. Woo himself.
Glad to be here, glad to be here.
We appreciate you being on the show, Mr. Mott.
Yes, we do.
Welcome, America. Brand new show. I'm going to cover a couple of quick points here. I'm Big K, as you know. First thing we're going to jump on today is actually the Charlottesville, Virginia situation. We're going to do a couple of roundabouts here and what our thoughts are on the Charlottesville situation. As you know, they had a terrible incident. We had anti-Semitic, it's called terrorists, racists, whatever you want to call it, actually take over a small part of Charlottesville, Virginia, and actually cause some damage. You had one death. Steve, Hall of Fame Mott, what do you think about that current situation, man?
You know, when I look back on it this past weekend, it was a tragic situation, not only for blacks, but for America, period. If y'all looked at the situation in hand, it wasn't about protesting. It was about hatred and racism coming together. And now that I had time to think about it, and now we see how many people had got injured, how many people, we had one young lady that was actually killed in this situation. It's America's problem now. It's no longer the black man problem and the white man problem. It's America's problem. And for us as Americans, we have to stop right now and say, hey, if this continues, we're going to kill each other. This country will not last another 25, 30 years. So when I looked at it at first as white people mad against black people, then black people mad. But now I look at it like we're all mad at each other for what reason? So until we can say, hey, we have to stop the racism and the hatred, this country will not last another 40 years.
Good points, good points. My man, JT, what do you think about the whole situation in Charlottesville, sir?
I look at it as they fought against a Nazi faction, and then you look through the crowd, pictures are everywhere. I seen a guy with an 82nd Airborne hat on, and they dropped right in the Nazi territory, but yet you're out here with a Nazi swastika on your arm. You fought so that Nazis couldn't be here and take over what we had going on. Now you're actually representing it. What kind of sense does that make?
Yeah.
It's just a bad situation all around. Period.
Yeah. Both of you have valid points. I'm going to drop my point in here as well. I'm from the state of Virginia. I was quite saddened by the situation. I'm from Hampton, Virginia, a little road up from Charlottesville. And I was very surprised. First of all, I was surprised that the law enforcement in the state didn't take precaution to prevent this from happening. When you have a protest, whether it be white, black, there's still supposed to be protection or law enforcement there to actually protect individuals from each other. Right. That didn't happen. So I think the state of Virginia, the city of Charlottesville, and the government failed these people. So, I mean, hopefully we'll get our acts together. You know, it's a sad situation. I pray for all the lives that were lost, including the 3 officers that actually crashed in a helicopter. They both passed away. So with that, we're going to go into our main subject at hand here. The subject of today's show is going to be called the Gold Jacket Giveaway.
Yes.
And what I mean by the Gold Jacket Giveaway, America, as you know, the Hall of Fame games a couple weeks ago, my whole point is, are they giving these Hall of Fame jackets, or are you being anointed too quickly by the NFL? And we'll go with JT right here. What do you think about just not who's in, but the whole process of what it is now, from which it came from? Because you know, when back in the day, you had to be elderly to get into the Hall of Fame. It was almost like you had to crawl on your hands and knees to get in.
Basically a cripple to get in.
Yeah.
Now, Kev brought this to my attention over the weekend. They are giving these jackets away entirely too fast. I remember the Hall of Fame was an exclusive club, just like golf. You had to earn that green jacket.
Yes, sir.
Now, I understand certain people have Super Bowls. I'm not going to name nobody yet. Kurt Warner, One Super Bowl should not get you that jacket. You didn't play long enough in the league. There are guys who should be in the Hall of Fame that are not. And I'm not going to name him. I'm going to let Kev name him because he brought him up.
Okay, before we do that, Steve Mott, what is your take on the Hall of Fame jacket giveaway?
Let me ask you guys a question. Do anyone know the process to get in the Hall of Fame?
I don't.
I really don't.
I'm a novice.
And the reason I ask this question is, you can't answer the question who deserved to be in there when you don't even know the process how to get in there.
Okay.
Now, from my understanding, I thought once you're a Hall of Famer, you get to vote for the future Hall of Famer, and I thought it was a requirement. I see guys going in the Hall of Fame that not only their stats don't back up greatness, but their play on the field was just as mediocre as anybody, who's not in there.
Preach.
So now, if we're giving away gold jackets, like you say, Big K, we have guys out there who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame by the numbers, on and off field issues or non-issues. You cannot tell me that if the process of the Hall of Fame is by numbers, we have a lot of guys that's not in there, and this is an injustice to the NFL Hall of Fame. Now, once we start to say, hey, what's the process and who's doing the voting, now we can clear up who deserves to be in there.
And we'll jump on this back on after that. And we're going to go over a couple of players which I think that should be in the Hall of Fame that have paid their dues. We're all about the same age. We're not going to yell our age out right now, but we're all about the same age.
Please don't.
I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
Second youngest.
Yeah, and we're like I said, we'll go kind of back and forth session real quick on the thoughts on some of these players. First of all, we have Art Monk, wide receiver for the Washington Redskins, played in the early 80s, late 80s, into the mid 90s. No off-the-field issues, great player, played for a great team. What's your thoughts, Steve, on Art Monk? Yes or no?
Art Monk deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Art Monk deserves to be in the Hall of Fame because he was consistent. That's a credential that we overlooking. Art Monk was a consistent professional on and off the field, and he was one of the best that played that position. So yeah, I think he deserved to be in there.
JT, what you got?
Art Monk should have been in. He led the NFL in receptions 3 years in a row. And when it was time, he had the record for most receptions in the league.
Good point.
So Art Monk should have been in. It's taking too long.
Okay, another one real quick. We got Roger Craig. First running back in NFL history to have actually 1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards rushing. If that's not Hall of Fame, I don't know what it is. Switch it up. JT, what you got?
Come on, man. Not a gang bang bang. He should have been in.
You heard America?
Should have been in.
Steve Mott, what you got?
Man, there's a yes all the way. Roger Craig. Nothing else to be said.
Roger Craig, I get a yes as well. Got a couple more players. Otis Anderson, he's a real throwback, big back for the New York Giants. Super Bowl team, a big bowling ball of a back. Played for the Cardinals and played for the Giants. Catapulted that team, I think, to 2 Super Bowls or 1. Had 10,000 yards. Historically, in the NFL, there's not a lot of backs with 10,000 yards.
Agreed.
Steve, what you got?
Was Otis Anderson a consistent running back?
I think so.
I mean, he had that 1-2 good years in New York. Other than that, his career been 700 yards here, 800 yards here. So over a 16-game season, you can accumulate 1,000 yards easily in the NFL. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's a New York Giants Ring of Honor.
America, that's why we brought him on the show, because he will disagree. But a lot of talk shows, we're not gonna homer all our guests.
No, yes.
We ain't gonna we're gonna put the boxing gloves on, a couple of jabs at each other.
We're going at it.
JT, Otis Anderson.
No, he likes
Ooh.
to drink and drive.
Okay, all right, that's a quick one. Next we got Brian Mitchell, all-time Washington Redskin punt returner, NFC East, Philadelphia Eagle. Great guy. What you got?
Whew, Brian Mitchell. I think Brian Mitchell was one of the best all-purpose players in NFL history. And when I say one of the best, I'm talking about top 2. You name me another player that did what Brian Mitchell did for every team he played for and consistently, and I'll show you a Hall of Famer. Brian Mitchell, a Hall of Famer, no doubt about it.
What you got, JT?
Metcalf.
And I say one of 2. Didn't I say 2?
Shout out to Eric Metcalf.
Oh, God.
Tecmo Bull. Brian Mitchell should be in for 2 reasons. He never had an off the field issue. You never heard about him in any domestic stuff, drinking and driving, drugs, none of that. And the fact that he had 1,000 yards returning in Philadelphia, and I can't remember when Waters was the back and he went down. Brian Mitchell had a 1,000-yard rushing season and 42 catches.
Good guy.
Hall of Fame.
All
Should have
right,
been
all
in.
right. Last one, we're going to the AFC West. Back in the 90s, we got Neil Anderson, the other half of that monster pass rush of the Kansas City Chiefs. RIP to Derek Thompson, number 58. But his other guy, the guy on the other side, Neil Anderson. Neil
Smith.
Neil Smith. My bad. I'm sorry, America. Neil Smith.
Oh, thought we we giving away yellow jackets.
Hey,
What we doing?
What is your what's your take, Steve Mott?
Oh, Neil Smith. Neil Smith is a good NFL player. Hall of Fame quality? Nah, I disagree. I think Neil Smith is a good player. I just think Neil Smith was one of them type players that deserve recognition, but Hall of Fame status, sorry, Neil, not on this one.
America, there you have it. JT, what you got?
The people around him made him better. You got Derek Thomas.
So you say he benefited?
He benefited from DT.
Okay, and Big Dan Saliamua? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, okay.
No
All
jacket for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to our main subject here with our guest, Steve Mott. He's the coach of the River City Commandos, and we got a couple questions for him. Steve, how long have you been a coach of the Commandos? How long have you guys been around? And what are your expectations for the future and up and coming year?
Well, we started out in 2012. That was our first season. We're going into our 7th season as the new minor league team in Jacksonville. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what we are. To be honest with you, my expectation is always the same: win championships. If we don't win a championship, it was to me a total loss. I don't go in season saying I want to win 10 games, make it to the playoffs. Championship or bust. That's just how we think. You know, when we started the Commandos, I came from a pedigree where you guys done played with me,
Yes.
and you knew on that field I always wanted to win. So I took that same attitude and that same DNA to the team now, and I hope every guy that comes through the Commando organization, they feel like if we don't win it all, it's all for nothing.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What do you feel you guys need right now at this point to make the team better?
Depth. We need depth at quarterback, cornerback, and the one thing that I always say we need, and every team need, is kicker.
You can't win games in semi-pro football
Without a kicker.
without a kicker.
And we need them. So if you can kick, River City Commandos right here. Got you.
And a couple more questions here, Steve. So, what are your thoughts on last year? What was the feeling? You went to the conference championship game, and the next game would have been the Super Bowl. And how do you feel? Like, I know America, when you lose a sporting event, they had that sick feeling in your stomach. But you had all the naysayers out there about the league you came from, what you guys can't do. And you had an injury-riddled season in the beginning. You lost these guys that he lost actually could play college ball. They did play college ball. Could or should go to the next level. And how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm still sick. I'm still sick. Our first 4 years in the EFL, everybody said, well, y'all playing in a little JV league. Y'all not ready for the big guys. We went to the UFF. We made it to the conference championship there, our first year. Then we come to the FFA, which is recognized as one of the top minor league football leagues in the country. And like you said, we lost 5 or 6 key guys, starters, and we made it to the conference championship game. And even though we lost, I still feel like it's sickening feeling, because the next man up is my motto. I don't care who we lose, and I want my team to understand there's no excuses here.
Okay.
There's no excuses.
But there you have it, straight from the mouth of Steve Holofat.
Kev, what is going on?
We're going to cut that part out.
What is he doing?
There you have it from Steve Mott. Next we'll go to our You Pick'em session. Now we're going to review the ACC, and out of respect for my man over here in the candlestick red, the SEC. Okay, so we're not going to be biased or anything like that. We'll give you a quick rundown. And this is the session in America where you can actually inbox us and tell us we're wrong, we're full of crap. We're going to give you our thoughts on what the schedule's looking like and who's going to win. So first we got, in the first week, you got some big matchups and you got some cupcake games. We still got to pick them.
Hey, before we get started, hey guys, I got a surprise for you guys. I knew we was doing this pick'em, right? I knew we was doing this pick'em.
America.
But this is what I want to do for our fans out there. Okay. I want our fans to chime in on it too. And what we're gonna do, which fan get the most victories, the most wins in this pick'em, I give them a free VIP pass to one of our games this season.
Oh, you heard it, America. So what we're gonna do is we'll start a little pool here for the You Pick'em, and the season's coming up. The winner of the You Pick'em will actually receive. We say it again.
VIP pass. You get to stand on the sideline right beside me in the middle of a game. You get to. I'm gonna feed you. Beat the coach. That's what we're gonna call it. Beat the coach.
America. One thing, I love this guy, but you may want to wear your rain jacket when he get mad, like to spit. So it's gonna come at you.
That's what the great ones do.
All right.
That's
Put your face mask and your shield on. You like to spit. Okay, so we're gonna do the.
Let's go picking them. I'm ready.
We're about to do the You Pick'em. All right, first, like I said, don't make fun of these games. We got to respect. We got Central Connecticut at Syracuse.
Now, this is an interesting game here. Is it very interesting?
They might, I don't know.
It's very interesting, but I'm going to go with Syracuse by 4.
Syracuse is a basketball school. They haven't been good since McNabb. I'm still going to go with Syracuse unless Central Connecticut got some kind of NFL roster ready to explode. We got Syracuse by 30.
They have a quarterback. It's not going to be an upset. Syracuse going to win by 3. Only because they got the transfer from Central Michigan.
Okay. All right. Next we got, let's see something here. I'm sorry, America, hold on. Can we cut that real quick?
Start the whole segment.
Yeah, okay, hold on a second here.
So start off from when you pick them.
All right. It'll switch to ACC. Hold on.
So our next segment is.
Okay.
That's
All right, hold on a second.
Bleacher Report.
Hey, man, my bad, man. You supposed to have my back on this, man. The ACC schedule. Put on the ACC schedule real quick, man.
Nah, I could have ran down all the games for you in my head, boy. Look at here. I'm waiting.
No, actually, you pull up the SEC. Okay? Just put the SEC.
It's there.
Okay.
I can put them up all for you, but I'm ready.
All right, hold on. I should have had this together, man.
Totally did.
Unprofessional.
I know.
Faith locked up my iPad, bro. You see I'm using this Android tablet. This sucks.
All right.
This sucks. I hate Droid products. If it's not HTC, I can't use it.
I got it right here. Okay. All right. So we'll start off from the segment?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to our next segment. It's called Pick'em. I'm going to run down a couple of college schedules here. Actually, we're going to do a preview of the ACC and SEC. First game we have on deck is Presbyterian versus Wake Forest, the Demon Deac. Steve, what you got?
ACC, Wake Forest.
Candyman, what you got?
Wake Forest by 65.
All right. Let's see here. Next one, we got Boston College versus Northern Iowa. Now, Northern Iowa is kind of scary at times during the season.
They have
depending on what they've had some wins.
Right.
So, Boston College, I'm actually going with the Huskies on this one.
Huskies.
We playing in Chestnut at Boston College?
No.
Boston College on the road?
Yep.
I'm still going with the Eagles.
Okay.
Boston College.
Okay. Even though this is a Friday night. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. we got those Kent State Flashers at the defending champion Clemson Tigers. If I'm a gambling man and I have money to waste, I'll say Kent State just for the upset, but that ain't gonna happen. I got Clemson by 100.
You know, homecoming coming early. Clemson.
Just like you said.
All right.
Clemson.
Got the Tigers. All right. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what all this is, y'all.
That's the Tiger, man. Hey, don't get it twisted, America. This is a claw. This ain't the.
You heard the growl, though.
Growl,
Did
yeah,
you get
yeah.
a growl?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
you got that.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to do all that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a little manly.
Okay.
Next one we got. This is a very interesting matchup. Actually, this is one of my games of the week. We have the Cal Bears facing the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Where?
This is actually going to be at UNC.
That's a long way to travel to talk about getting the win. And I like North Carolina by 20.
See what you got.
North Carolina was a tough team last year. I seen them firsthand, and I think North Carolina is going to come out, start the ACC doing proud. I think North Carolina win by 13.
America, I got Cal. That Pac-10 is a totally different animal when it comes to this is football. When they're coming over to the East Coast. They're faster. Carolina may be bigger, but Cal has speed, so I'm gonna pick Cal by 14.
I think Deshaun Watson still.
Yeah, man, I'm just saying. Aaron Rodgers too now. Come on now. Hey, next one we got. To all my black college and historical black college fans, we got Bethune-Cookman playing the U. Now everybody say the U got the best linebacking corps in America. They got some guys from the J-ville.
Shout out to Jacksonville for sending them boys to the
Yeah,
bottom.
they got some headhunters in there. I'm gonna go over to U by 21, but expect Bethune-Cookman to put up a little fight in the first half. Steve, what you got?
Where we playing at?
Oh, they're playing at the U.
They playing at the U.
They don't have the budget to fit all them people in BCC Stadium, so this got to be at the U. It's got to be at the U.
Once again, homecoming coming early. I got the U by 13.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
America. That's why I love this man.
Now, let me ask you a question. Who's the U quarterback? He's making his first start. Am I correct?
Well, he's got to start against somebody. It's Bethune-Cookman.
But he's a freshman,
He'll be
though,
all
right?
right. He'll be all right.
Okay.
Just hand the ball off. Young man over there, Candlestick, what you got?
Shout out to Jordan Rivers. My god sister son plays wide receiver for BCC. But
You better ball, son.
going against the grain. Landslide.
Next we got Youngstown State University versus Pitt. And I think Youngstown, the Penguins, man. But don't forget, they got the coach, the old ball coach from Ohio State. Yes. Yes. I'm not going to say this is going to be an upset, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go with Pitt. But expect those Penguins, they've been very quiet. I don't even know what conference they're in. But they may put up a fight against Pitt. I got Pitt by 13. They got the preseason jitters. They get all that stuff out. Steve, what you got?
Youngstown. That was a good team. Yeah, great team. We're going to Heinz Field, right?
No.
Enough said, baby.
What?
Pitt by 19.
Okay.
Pitt by 19.
Is Marino gonna be in the press box that game?
Heinz Ward
Got the
about to be there,
isotonic
too.
gloves.
Yeah.
Don't make a difference. Pitt by 19.
I like Pitt, but I'm not gonna give them a big number. Youngstown State has a running back that came from Georgia Southern, Tyrone Blackshear, coming in starting, and he's a bruiser, like young Terrell Davis bruiser. So we like Pitt, but I like him to have a big game.
Youngstown is Division 1, 2 or 3.
Subdivision 1. Don't disrespect it. They don't call it Division 1 anymore, Mike. It's
I think you went to one of
subdivision.
those schools.
Yeah, subdivision. They're not, yeah, it's subdivision.
Sub.
Okay, sub.
The substitute teacher is what, a replacement, right? Okay. I just want to make sure I get it right.
Next one we got is the Battle of the Carolinas. This is a good matchup right here. NC State versus South Carolina. The Gamecocks versus the Wolfpack. Both of these teams are terrible in my opinion. I got the Wolfpack because they had a good season last year. Who you got, Steve?
The best quarterback in the SEC plays for South Carolina Gamecocks. Gamecocks by 6. Facts.
How dare you?
Hey, he drinking.
How dare you say he's the best quarterback?
Look it up.
But I'm going
Look it
with
up.
South Carolina.
Okay, all right.
But don't do that.
All right.
Don't do that.
This next matchup is the matchup of the academic brainiacs here. We got the University of Virginia, the Wahoos, which I used to love those guys, and they fell off. And we got the William and Mary Tribe.
Who cares?
Hey, I'm just saying, bro, the battle of the lawyers and lacrosse players and all that, I got University of Virginia by 3.
William and Mary by 7, just because I can.
That must be some strong tea. I'm not sipping that tea. I'm going with Virginia.
Virginia, all right. We got North Carolina. Okay, another HBCU matchup. North Carolina Central University Eagles versus the Duke Blue Devils. America, this is my upset pick of the week. I got North Carolina Central beating Duke.
When Duke quarterback and wide receiver core came back, how?
America.
It was the top 3 passing game in the ACC.
America, you hear what you just said? This is why this is my upset pick of the week. When you don't run the ball against these smaller teams, you play flag football, you keep them around. And that's exactly what's going to happen.
Blah, blah,
Upset
blah,
city. You're supposed to lay on a team like this with your big boys. Duke want to play flag football.
So this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to go in Raleigh, North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina, right? We're going to collect the check, and we're going to take a butt whooping. Duke by 24.
All right, you heard it, America.
Coach K can
Hey, hold on now. Hold on. Put your. Hey, do me a favor. Put your hand on this, because it's his team, America. We got. He don't need some more points.
You should say that for last.
No, this is the last game. Oh no, it ain't.
No, it ain't.
We got Florida State, the Seminoles. Oh, his team.
Y'all pray for him, America.
Quarterback was All-American, whatever you want. He was a tough cookie last year. Versus those Alabama Crimson Tide. I got Alabama by 20. Steve, sit down for a minute. Sit back. Okay,
I'm looking over here. I'm looking over here.
Okay, I'm gonna slide forward for a second. I'm going with Alabama for 2 reasons. Because I got a nephew that committed 2018. Yes. A family member will be going to the Crimson Tide to play defensive end. But what is Florida State going to do with this pass rush that's coming? Y'all quarterback has been getting the brakes beat off him since he came. Y'all beat him in the spring.
You see a van going in his head? Go ahead. He went on his smoke. Go ahead. He want to talk. Go ahead.
But the game is not going to be this slobber knocker like Alabama's going to beat the brakes off Florida State. I like Bama to win by 10. It's going to be close. Bama going to win by 10. I said it. Not just because I'm an SEC guy. I'm a realist before I'm a fan.
Steve, what you got?
Let me speak facts here, because you 2 guys obviously don't want to speak facts.
Time out. Shout out to Chris Polo Clark for the facts. Park.
Well, here go the facts right here. Here go the facts right here. Here go the facts right here. Alabama secondary is mediocre, below average. The whole secondary. Clemson exposed Alabama for what they really are. Second of all, DeAndre, our quarterback from Florida State, has proven in big games that if he can withstand the beating he took last year, and we only got better, I think he'll have a big day on Alabama. And third, and most importantly, 2007, I believe, was the last time Alabama and Florida State played. Can you please tell me the winner of that game?
I don't recall.
No.
FSU.
No. You look at your notes. Now,
FSU.
here go my thing. The last time Alabama played an ACC team in January, what happened?
Slaughter.
No, they lost.
You lost.
Here go my thing right now. Nick Saban starts the season off 0-1. Florida State wins 34-27.
Whoa, okay. The Seminole chop. We got 2 more. We got to get this over with, ladies and gentlemen. We got West Virginia and Virginia Tech. I am a Virginia Tech fan. I got Virginia Tech by 20. Steve, what you got?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Mountaineers are not physical.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, your upset of the week. Now, here go my upset of the week.
Watch your mouth now.
West Virginia by 9.
West Virginia by 9?
Virginia by 9.
What you got?
What has Virginia Tech done lately to possess you to say that they just going to beat the Mountaineers like that? I'm going
to respond to this guy because, first of all, Virginia Tech had the Virginia Tech Hokies have actually had a coaching change and a recruiting change. They're actually starting to get these kids from the 757 area, Hampton Roads, which I'm from. And historically, that's how they built their pipeline. Michael Vick, you had Lee Suggs. You got a whole lot of players that played in the NFL that came out of Virginia Tech. So, like I said, recruiting's been strong.
Look at my face.
Shouts out to my boy Javon Quillen Jr. He should be a starting DB this year. Strong safety, okay. Next one we got, the battle, who cares? We got University of Tennessee, those Vols versus the Georgia Tech fighting Yellow Jackets? The Yellow Jackets?
They just the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, the Bees. I actually got Tennessee. I got Tennessee. They're going to stuff that option. What you got, JT?
I'm going with Georgia Tech. No number, Georgia Tech will win.
Wow, that flex bone is one of the most complicated offenses in the nation.
Exactly.
And I think Tennessee, first game out, this is a bad matchup for Tennessee. Georgia Tech, 9 points.
9 points?
Moving to the SEC.
Okay, all right.
Now
So-
we're going to talk about some real football.
Yes, JT actually has our SEC report. We're over with the ACC report. And JT, go ahead and call it out, man.
We've already talked about this Alabama-Florida State matchup, so we're going to sweep that under the rug. We have September 2nd, Florida A&M versus Arkansas. Who you got, Steve?
Florida A&M. These the Rattlers?
FAMU.
Now, this the Battle of the Band?
No, this ain't
Arkansas
the battle,
by 35.
I agree with Steve. Kev, what you got?
man. Just cut the check. They gonna be playing Pig Suey all day. The Hall's running wild by like probably 50. Cut the check, get on the best way, and get up out of there. Don't spend the night. Don't
Arkansas
spend the night.
actually has a very nice 1-2 punch at running back. And I know for a fact that FAMU hasn't recruited any linebackers that's going to fill some holes.
Trumpet player, tuba player, drum line. That's all they recruit.
No disrespect to FAMU, but
No, it's disrespect to
Hey,
FAMU.
it's disrespect.
We
Hey,
know
like
it's
you
about
said,
the money,
collect
coach.
the check. Let's get on out of
don't spend
here.
the night. Get up out of there.
Okay, we got Georgia Southern and Auburn. Kevin.
This is a tough one.
No, it's not.
Auburn. It's tough. Auburn. By 50.
This gonna seem crazy when I say this. I predict Auburn to win the SEC West, so I have to go with Auburn right now.
Wow. Wow. Auburn by a landslide because they got a running back that
No.
cannot fall down.
But they got a quarterback from Baylor transfer.
Oh.
Yes.
Auburn?
He
Yes.
came with knowledge tonight.
And the only thing they was missing
Good
last
notes,
year was
man.
what?
He came with
And the only thing they was
knowledge.
missing there, and I think that Iron Bowl game at the end of the season against Alabama gonna determine the West, and I'm going with Auburn this year.
All right.
He's going to Auburn. Moving on, we have a name that I don't want to say, but we got Florida at the new old ball coach in my life, Michigan. Now, as you see, I sit here in this 49er Cardinal red. I'm still upset about the departure of Jim Harbaugh and the way he left, but I'm still partial to the guy. So therefore, Michigan will win by 14.
Well, we all know this. Florida doesn't lost 7 players. One of them players was Antonio Callaway, one of the best wide receivers in the nation. Sorry. New quarterback breaking in. Your best wide receiver, your best player on the team not there. Michigan by 4.
Shout out to Callaway buying books at the bookstore, flipping them.
Where, hold on now. Where's the game being played at?
Jared's were.
Ann Arbor.
No.
Oh, no, they
not
playing in
Arlington.
Dallas.
Arlington, Texas.
They're playing, oh, they're not playing. I thought
No, neutral site.
Okay,
man.
it's a neutral site. I got Michigan by 20. The thing about it is, if they were going to Michigan
Damn.
and it's cold, Gators had no chance. But I still got Michigan.
He said about 20.
September 2nd is not really that cold.
No.
Yeah, but in Texas, but still, you have to go.
In Michigan.
Still, you have to go. You got the Great Lakes. That's Chicago.
They lost 7 players. So.
Yeah, man. But when you go to Chicago and Michigan, that water and that wind coming off that's a different animal, man.
From Virginia.
It's cold up there, man.
Moving on. We have the Kentucky Wildcats and the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles.
Brett Favre playing?
Exactly. Kentucky by a whole lot. Steve?
I don't say Kentucky by a whole lot, but Kentucky do get the victory.
Yeah, I just said mine, man. Brett Favre playing. If he ain't playing, y'all ain't winning. Kentucky.
Oh, we got a good one right here because neither one of them have a quarterback right now. We got the LSU Tigers against the